As soon as that clock starts, your ass is mine.
When I met Justin Herbert, man, that dude is big as hell.
You know, the goal is to just keep it rolling.
But come in hype because we have a lot of things to be excited about.
All right, guys, we are back with another Bolt Insight, and we are super pumped to have Jazier Taylor, our newest Charger. How's it going, Jazier?
It's going good. Thank you for having me.
Oh man, our pleasure. We're so pumped to have you. We're excited you're a Charger, and we want to get to know a little bit more about you. So let's kind of jump into it. Like, you know, it's been about a week since you got the call. You know, what was the lead up to the draft like for you, and what did it feel like when you actually got the call?
Yeah, lead up to the draft, just training, prepping, hoping to get a combine invite. When those invites came out, I didn't get one. So tailoring my training just to peak at Pro Day and make sure I put my best performance out there to catch some eyes of some scouts. And even before that, I had to go to the East-West Shrine game, a whole week of just practice and meetings with the scouts in the game just to showcase my skills, which I felt like I excelled at and caught a couple people's eyes. And since then, my buzz was going up. And then after Pro Day, I put up some good numbers, had some interviews with teams, went on a visit with the Chargers, and then it was draft day. And me and my agent spoke about it. I kind of knew if I had a possibility to get my name called, it was going to be on day 3. And we had a list of teams that were feeling me that I think would be able to call my name. And it was just a long day sitting there waiting, seeing people get called, hoping that I'm up next. And every time a corner was called, I was cheering because I knew I was moving up. And the Chargers called me, and it was like a dream come true. I thought I was going to, every time I envisioned it, like even before the draft and years in college, I always thought I would have tears of joy. But it wasn't like that. I was smiling ear to ear. I was pumped up. I was ready to play once I got the call.
Oh, that's so awesome, man. And that's an interesting thing you bring up, the idea that, like, you know, what's your mindset when you know, go into these workouts when you don't have the combine, but you have your pro day and you have these other days? What is the build up to that day like? I'm sure it's a little stressful because you want to show these coaches, you want to show the league what you got.
Yeah, it's I wouldn't say stressful. It's just when opportunity comes, just make the most of it. I felt like I did that, especially with the Chargers, because after my pro day, I had a private workout with them. I felt really good in drills. And then a week later, they invited me up for a visit, and I killed the visit. So I felt like a lot of things with the Chargers went the way I planned, and I felt like I put my best foot forward with them. So all my hope was for them to call me, and it's a perfect situation to be in. We have great guys on the defense, young and veterans out there. So it's a lot of knowledge out there for me to learn and become a better player.
Well, and that's kind of interesting too. Like, I did a little deep dive on your history and your play. And in high school, you were a offensive player, and I was looking it up. You had 1 year where you had 1,300 all-purpose yards and 13 touchdowns. Like, how do you go from being that productive in high school as an offensive player, and then you're drafted as a defensive back? Like, what's the process? How did you go from that to that?
Yeah, so in high school, like as you said, I was offense. I always thought I was going to be offense at the next level. And I got interest from Wake Forest probably late into my senior year, November, December, a couple months before signing day. And the twist was they wanted me to play corner. I had no idea. They see me as a corner, and they flew out to a playoff game. And of course, the game that they came to, I caught an interception. So
nice.
I was like, okay, maybe they know something I don't. So I just took a leap of faith and decided to just play defense in a great conference at a great school and just get better. I was there for 5 years, same situation as now. I was there with some older guys, some younger guys, a lot of people to learn from, and I put a lot into my craft, and it paid off.
Well, yeah, and that's interesting. The 5th year, was that the COVID year? Is that you got the extra? So what was it like going back and having an extra year to play college football? Because college football is kind of nothing quite like college football.
Yeah, it was great. I played as a true freshman, so after my senior year was over, I thought I was done and taking a next step into the league. And then COVID hit, and they announced a rule where you can have an extra year, and I was just excited because I felt like it was just another year to be with the guys I came in with, try to win a championship at the college level, and just get better film out there. So it worked out well. I'm glad I made the most of the opportunity, but it was a lot going back for another year, but it was great.
That's cool. And then I wanted to ask, because you also are a returner. So like when you're returning, is it you getting like a little piece of that offensive mind that you used to be back in the day? Does it kind of translate there a little bit for you?
Yeah, so the story with that, when I got the wake, I always wanted to return because, offensive minded, offensive guy. So I've been begging to get back there all 4 or 5 years I was there. But I finally got my number called my senior year, and the first kick I got, I took it back. So it was kind of like full circle.
Your first kick, you took it back?
Yeah, my first time on kick return, I took it back. So
awesome.
I was like, I told you I could do it. Like I've been waiting. It was just a great moment. And I enjoyed every bit of being back there. So hopefully I get the opportunity to do that at the Chargers. If not, any other special team I'm willing to do.
Awesome, man. Well, and we got a quote from Coach, like as soon as you were drafted, the Chargers went on and, the Coach Staley and Tom Telesco would kind of give us some thoughts on who they drafted. And Coach said about you, he said he's a 2-time captain at Wake Forest. He's played inside and outside. We just feel like he's a DB we would like to join up with. So to like go back to like the first part, with the 2 year of a team captain, why do you think coaches and organizations look at captains a little differently? Like what is it about being a team captain, especially for 2 years?
Teams want leaders. If you have a full roster of leaders who are at another level, it just makes things flow better. Walkthroughs, practice, just setting a standard on the field. You don't have to worry about guys lacking behind because you all have leaders out there, good guys. So just having that in your background kind of gives the coaches some security, knowing that they can put you out there and trust you and that you'll fit right in with the culture there.
Yeah, and the culture has really kind of changed as like, as a Charger, it's kind of interesting. Since Staley showed up, like, I don't know, there's just something different about the locker room, at least from when we hear the stories from the inside. So, wanted to get your thoughts on it. Like this roster, I've been a Charger fan for as long as I can remember. I don't remember us having a roster like we're about to have this year. And you're very much a part of that. What does it feel like stepping into the NFL, but stepping, you're not on the team picking first. You're stepping into a team that is supposed to do some big things this year. What does that feel like?
It's exciting. It's a great opportunity just to come in to an organization who's expected to win. That raises the bar for a lot of players. There's, like you said, a different sense of urgency, standard. And one of my best friends is a Chargers fan. And when Staley came around, he's just been preaching about him in the group chat. And then now that I'm a part of the team, I kind of get to see what he was talking about. And then the roster is great offense, a bunch of weapons, great quarterback, and defense. We just got a bunch of ballers out there, guys who's taking head off, flying around. It's just fun football out there, like electrifying on offense. And then on defense, we're setting the tone, hitting people, flying around, making plays. So, like, I'm getting excited talking about it. It's just a great opportunity, but we may look good on paper, but we got to put it out there each week. So I'm excited.
You're getting me excited about it. And then specifically the DB room, like I think this become this like strong force of this defense and this team. And it's exciting. Like you're going to have teammates like Derwin, JC, Michael Davis, Asante Samuel Jr. There's just a lot of names, Nas Adderley. Like what is it going to be like for you stepping into a room like that where there's a lot of proven guys? What's that going to do for your game?
Yeah, it's definitely going to take my game to the next level. Multiple guys that you name are already at great points in their career. So it's just a lot I can take from them, being that it's my first year. I'm trying to soak in the knowledge from everybody, from Derwin. We just added Bryce. So he's been playing in this system, playing nickel a while. So that's a guy I'm going to try to get around and learn from. And then, of course, JC, he has a lot of interception. He gets around the ball, and he's one of the best corners in the league. So just having those guys in my room to mentor me, learn a lot from, is definitely going to take my game to the next level.
What's the kind of, from everything we heard last year, Coach Staley's defensive scheme is pretty difficult to like wrap your head around. I don't even know what that means. Like I kind of know the X's and O's of football, but I don't know what that means. From what you've heard, from what you've seen, what's the transition going to be like for you stepping into learning this new playbook?
Yeah, it's gonna be different. A lot to learn in not a little bit of time. I'm going up there on Wednesday, so I'll be starting the playbook then, and then the season is coming. So as long as you perfect your craft, stay in the film room, take great notes, and even off the field, once you leave the building, it should be looking over your notes, just watching film. Like this is my job now. So I'm going to pour everything into it and make sure I learn the playbook, because once you learn the playbook, you can go out there and play comfortable, fast. You don't have to think too much. And once you get that, I feel like you'll be rolling.
Absolutely, man. Well, last question for you. Thank you so much again for your time. This has been so rad getting to know you better. What do you want, everyone listening and watching, what do you want Charger fans to know about you?
First and foremost, I'm excited to meet the whole Charger fan base. I get a lot of love on Twitter and social media from them, so I can't wait to see them at training camp, at the games, and just get to interact with them. But on my side is just going to get a kid who's coming in to work hard and just try to make this team improve. I'm trying to push for the playoffs, Super Bowl. We want all these goals, and I'm setting them high now. And you guys are going to get the best out of me each and every week.
All right, man. Well, we're pulling for you. We're really excited you're a Charger, and we can't wait to watch you ball out.
Thank you so much.
All right, man. Have a good one.
You too.